We think we've already spent over B. Can you say B? B. Look at all those layers of the history of this house. I don't really like any of them.
Chances are you will make a massive saving, as we did.
We actually have a carpet moth infestation. I'm about to make a sweet potato porridge using ready break, leftover baked sweet potato, and then I have loads of little toppings here as well. So my little toddler will actually eat these two mixed as well with some mashed banana and some peanut butter, but I like to go a bit wild and add cinnamon, vanilla extract, maple syrup, nut butters, berries, nuts, chopped banana. So this one drenched in cinnamon is mine, and this is my son's one, which has been blended up. Lots of updates for you today. Come on, we're going outside.
Yeah, come on.
Daddy has to try the blackberries. We've discovered that our garden is full of blackberries.
We're going to make Melanie's marvellous marmalades that are jam in brackets.
That's not going to happen. I'm not that much of a domestic goddess, darling.
Come on.
I'm nervous to try the blackberries, and I don't know why. So Thomas has to be the guinea pig. One of the amazing things about buying a house in the middle of winter with mature gardens is that as the year goes on, you just discover all these little treasures. She's tucked in behind a massive cobweb, but Thomas bought me this little granny as one of my 33rd birthday presents. She just has the essence of me, I feel, and she's living at the base of this lovely tree that's on the side of the house. Got my cup on tea. Now this is blackberry bush number 1. There's also blackberries in a lot of the hedges. Where's your other shoe gone, mister?
What did you do with your shoe?
And Bear Grylls.
No, you're not.
Oh, I thought he was going to eat it there.
You picking blackberries too?
You
Good
picking
job.
blackberries?
Good boy. Favourite thing about this house is still the garden. Like every morning that I look out and I just see this bench thing under our tree. It's just glorious. Okay. Oh, they're very sour. So we bought this house about half a year ago. We're just boxing off one room that's fully done, fully renovated. And I'm going to do a whole room transformation video really soon of my office. But we've also kind of unintentionally started doing multiple rooms at the same time. So our plan originally was to do one room at a time, but now the utility room is currently still gutted. We're kind of started on the living room, and now we're having to change all the carpets because we have a bit of an infestation. Plumbing has been in progress the past couple of days, so we can swap out most of our floors, and this is why. This is called gun barrel, and as you can see, it's really prone to rust, and when it gets bad, it like eats right through. This was in so many of our rooms, so as you can see, half our floors have already been torn out and new high efficiency radiators have gone in, but you know, it's left us with 10 more jobs and lots of modern art like this. Look at all those layers of the history of this house. This is the kitchen, and we'll have to do so much replastering and stuff now, but you know, this is why you buy an old house. For the journey. It's not easy, it's messy, but it's very gratifying. The internet lies to people about what renovating involves. The words renovation, redecorating are used interchangeably. So much of what you see online is like all aesthetic. We've bought a pretty old house. If you buy a house apparently that was built before 1980, it's gonna need renovating because the way they build things and all that has changed so much. Where are you going? We'll continue this conversation when the child is asleep later.
Today we'll give an update on the progress so far.
On each room.
On each room.
Yeah. We'll start with the bedroom. So yeah, our son's just asleep in what will be his bedroom. This is where we sleep, where the magic happens. There's our panic button that is just really ugly, that was left behind, and
hey, one day you might need that panic button when you're panicking.
Yeah, I do tend to panic. The other day I drank a glass of water in here and there was a dead spider in it, and I had a full panic attack.
You didn't use your panic button.
Anyway, this bedroom literally has not changed. It is a mattress on the floor, the lovely antique chest of drawers that I showed you in a vlog a few vlogs back in this series. Other than that, literally nothing. Like, we have the new blinds, the blackout blinds. We only realized very recently that we actually have a carpet moth infestation. Delicious. The larvae can take 3 to 9 months to turn into moths, and we've only been here about 6 months. Google told us that what's considered an infestation is if, like, you can see 5 odd at a time, and we've been able to see hundreds. When we moved in, I remember noticing like what looked like grains of rice around in the corners, on the carpets, and
I just thought it was fluff.
so for months I was just hoovering them up anytime I saw them, and I was like, why is there so many constantly appearing in here, in the hallway, and in the other bedrooms as well, and especially in what will be the kids' room. It was really obvious in there because the carpet is like an orangey colour, so it really stood out. I got down on my hands and knees one day and had a closer look, because I'd noticed there was like tiny mini moths just flying around.
But every house has flies, so I was just like, that's just flies.
Then we started noticing bald patches in the carpets. We realised that these carpets are wool carpets. Apparently for carpet moth larvae, it's like a buffet for them. We've seen them now at the various stages, like when they're in between transitioning from rotten little grain of rice thing into an actual moth, and like, it's just so disgusting. They eat through like clothes and sheets. Like, there was a huge hole in one of our bed sheets, like a newish one as well, and we were like, what the hell is that? They're not killed by, you know, when you use an eco wash, which we do, and with our washing machine we set it to eco, because that water doesn't get hot enough, it doesn't actually kill the eggs. And yeah, you can just keep hoovering them up and they just keep reappearing. One of the only long-term solutions online is to get rid of wool carpets. We did not intend on getting new carpets for ages, but it's gotta happen because it's disgusting and I can't cope. And another reason why now I can't deal with being on the floor bed, like on the mattress, and I want to be up higher, is that spider that I nearly drank in the glass. And then yes, just the fact that there's been loads of these disgusting little moth larvae in right behind my head.
I don't have a massive problem with them because, you know, you just see the odd fly every once in a while, and you're like, well, there's one of the there's one of the lads. Good for him. He's you know, he's
You're a vegetarian. Go get the carpet samples. Because we've not decorated this room yet, we've picked the most neutral carpet that we could, and also like the softest. It's the softest carpet in the world. This is what we're putting in the bedrooms. It's not quite grey, not quite beige. This is Flax by Sweet Dreams. We're buying this from Des Kelly on an amazing discount. They have up to 50% off on a lot of their flooring. Sweet Dreams is a good name for this, because I tell you, when I wake up and stand up out of bed and put my feet into this carpet, I'll be like, ah, my sweet dreams are coming true. For the hallway, we had to pick a different carpet that's essentially the same. I think one of these that's like super similar to it. It's a little bit different in that it's more hard wearing, because if we went with that one in the hallway, it would get destroyed with people's shoes walking up and down. So in the next half an hour, what we're going to do is we're going to pick a paint colour for the bedroom, and we're also going to build our bed, which is over there, and I've got a cheeky little discount for you on that too. We've got one little boy who's awake. This is 2 coats of each, and they're not fully dry, but like, I don't really like any of them.
How did black get up there?
So Kiva thinks we should do a statement wall here, like behind the bed.
Oh right, okay, so they're not all...
She suggested like a dark, like, you know, charcoaly kind of. The greys are just like, no. I'm being drawn to Sweet Jar by Colour Trend, which is like, I don't know, I feel like that's a nice warm combo.
The carpet looks really dark on the camera for some reason.
The camera lies. The camera adds 10 pounds, okay? I haven't actually gained 20 pounds in this pregnancy so far. It's all the camera.
We need a new camera.
Well, we should see what the bed frame looks like with the these. So we still bed share with our toddler, but he sleeps all through the night now, and he usually sleeps between us, so we feel kind of safe for getting like a higher up bed. And I do want to try a co-sleeping cot with this baba. I actually bought a mattress off Emma a couple of years ago. We bought the original Emma mattress, a super king version, and that's what we still sleep on. Honestly, it was the best few €100 I ever spent because my neck and my back were in bits. Anytime we have to sleep anywhere else, I'm dying to come home and sleep on this because you're the same. Like, it's so comfortable. It's molded now completely to our bodies. We also use Emma pillows. They've actually recently started selling bed frames, so that's what this kit is. It's like an easy assembly kit. On their website they've got a bunch of bed frame options now, as well as the stuff that they're known for. But they're not only Europe's best-selling mattress company, but they're also Europe's most awarded mattress company. And I'm very passionate about sleep. I have an extra 5% off their current offer on their website. Use the code SLEEPYMEL, but they've got an amazing discount going on at the minute.
Who came up with that?
Them.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because I am sleepy.
Yeah,
and
sleepy.
They offer a 200-night trial on their products as well, so you know that's how confident they are that you won't want to return it. We chose the wooden bed. I just thought it was the most kind of traditional, classic, kind of more plain style of bed that would go with lots of different finishings and paints. It's made with eco-conscious materials, and yeah, I love the look of mixed woods because we have the dark wood and then it's like a lighter wood. They've told me this bed frame is very easy to build, and I'm pregnant, and they said it should still be easy for me to put together in like 20 minutes, so we're going to test that theory. Guys, I'm only 22 weeks pregnant. I'm gonna burst. I'm sure you can see how destroyed this poor carpet is. It says between 2 people should take 15 minutes. I am not a building furniture kind of gal, but I've got everything laid out now and it's all very clearly labelled. So this says C1 slots into A. Let's see. B, can you say B?
B.
B. So D is on the bottom of the bed.
D.
The wood of the bed frame is gorgeous. Putting the whole thing together involved no tools at all. This is how the mattresses come from Emma. You pop it out onto your bed and then you open up the plastic and the memory foam just like expands. We essentially already have this mattress, but they've sent one to us to show you how quick and easy it is, and then we're going to put this into our guest bedroom. So see, it's like flat like a pancake when it comes out, but it very quickly transforms, so you see the magic happen before your very eyeballs.
It's like magic! Wow!
These mattress covers are removable and washable, and so see here, like this is that lovely memory foam for that spinal support, but also notice that there's no squeaking. No motion transfer, so you know, if you sleep next to someone and you're always waking each other up anytime the other one rolls over or gets up to go to the toilet, this is a lifesaver. Their movement does not wake you up. If your winky time is very loud and alerting other people in other bedrooms as to what you're doing, highly recommend this bed. We've got 2 more of the Emma pillows as well, which are unbelievable. You can open them up and customize them, so like there's different layers in here and you can remove 1 or 2 so that it's the perfect thickness, but they're just so incredibly supportive of your neck muscles. So don't forget my little extra discount and tell your family and friends about it. We can all do with saving a bit of money during these times. What are we thinking now in terms of these colours against this wood especially?
Daddy. Daddy.
Daddy's the best. We're just taking a quick trip to the hardware shop to get some, I really want some like autumny smells, because I'm just getting very excited about Halloween, and I'm trying to ignore the fact that it's blisteringly sunny out today. I just want it to be autumn. So I always loved the cinnamon stick Yankee candle. I just love cinnamon in everything this time of year. I put it in everything. So one of these, I think this is a new favourite. Dried lavender and oak. That smells unbelievable. Oh, I smell it. Don't shake the wooden spoon at me, Nana. Did your grandmother used to shake the wooden spoon at you and threaten to hit you with it? 'Cause mine did. Oh, crisp campfire apples. I take back what I just said. This is my new favourite. Crisp campfire apples, cinnamon stick, dried lavender and oak.
Welcome back to another episode of Insane Hair Don't Care. On this week's episode, I'm gonna open up this garage door that's broken. Please ignore all the crap. This is the hearth that's gonna be going in the fireplace. On one of the other episodes, we saw the stone fireplace, so we decided to keep in tune with that and get a stone hearth. There's a lot of staining along the stone in the... I don't know why I'm all the way there. I could have just held the camera. So we needed something this thick just to cover up some of the staining on the stone, because the previous hearth was about the same thickness, so it just made more sense. This is one solid piece of black limestone that we've had cut to size so that it slots perfectly into the fireplace, and around all the edges that you can actually see, we've gone for just a natural finish, so it's just very rough, and I think that'll look really, really good with the fireplace. Sourced this from outside of Dublin. We actually got it from McMonagall Stone, and they're based in Donegal. And if you go outside Dublin, you can save yourself a ton of money, because this was only 440 quid, cut and delivered to our door. But it was the same with the stove that's going to be on the hearth, obviously. We went to a place in Dublin, and they had a really nice, well, it's grown on me. I thought it was tiny, but I wanted to get a bigger one that would kind of sit out into the room. But what I was told by the guy in the shop is essentially you're better off getting a stove that's actually smaller, that sits into the fireplace and has loads of space around it, so you can get all the heat from the sides and the back. Because he said if it fit the square perfectly, we'd get heat off the front and the little bits of sides that were sticking out, but all the heat from the back and the other sides would be trapped in the fireplace, and we wouldn't get any of it, and we'd end up with less heat in the room. So it's an Usheen Eco Stove by Stanley. I think it's Waterford Stanley is the name of the company. And the price that they were quoting in the showroom was a discount, and it was €740. And just out of interest, I went online later in the day before we actually put the order in, and Beaties in Loughrea, shout out to Beaties in Loughrea, which is over in Galway I think, were doing it for over 200 quid cheaper, and then they did delivery for 50 quid. So we ended up saving the guts of €200 on the stove, because we ordered it from the other side of the country. So if you're living in Ireland, especially around Dublin and Cork, you're better off going a little bit further for where you actually buy your stuff. And it's the same if you're outside, like if you're in any kind of a city or any kind of a densely populated area, you're better off going into the rural stores to shop for what you're looking for, because chances are you will make a massive saving, as we did. I'm done. That's my tummy takeover tip this month or week, or whatever you want to call it, is to shop further afield, and then chances are, even with delivery, you'll still save money. Okay, so I'm going to close this door now, and this is the tummy takeover over and out, and fair winds.
It is time for exhaustion vlogs. I'm covered in stains, but it's just gonna have to do. That's where we're at.
Normally we do these vlogs when he's asleep, but when he goes...
We've started going to bed
when
with him.
he goes to sleep, we'll be asleep. So we have to do it now.
Ignore that over there. That's going in my office. Little sneak peek of some of the office stuff is back there. Decided I'm not going to do office updates in this video because so much has changed since the last vlog, and I want to do a whole video of going from before to after of the office and go through the costs of everything and that
and the mental costs
and the mental and emotional and time costs.
I think when I was putting the COVID up and Mel came in, she was like, can I get a shot for the vlog? And I was like, will you come back in 20 minutes? Because if I fuck this up, I'm not gonna be happy. So maybe we should film one of the last ones instead of one of the first ones.
There's so much you don't see when people share themselves doing up their houses. Like, what you see is this like final, or like a little reel or a TikTok where someone just comes in and clicks their fingers and the whole room is done. Sometimes that's just like surface level stuff to make it look prettier. Sometimes it's taken 6 months or a year to completely tear down walls, and things are so time consuming that someone online, like even it'll happen in vlogs that I put up of like before and afters. Something will look like it didn't take that much time at all, but it might take half of the day to do one very simple thing.
I suppose swapping out the windows. Like, look how long that took.
But you did find that cool newspaper thing. Will you get that? I want to have a look at that. It's really funny. This was found shoved in the wall above the window in the guest bedroom, and it was put there the last time windows were replaced in this house, which was 30 years ago.
This piece of paper is a month older than me.
Look at this. Having a party, complete ham and turkey buffet, plus free birthday cake of your choice, all for £1.69 per person.
Look at the snazzy glasses.
Yeah, look at your man. That just looks like something out of Harry Potter. It looks so old, like the Marauders map. Like, this is before social media, and look, like it's like just telling you people's random people's birthdays. But yeah, the windows on the back of this house were like sheets of paper. They were so thin. So the thicker windows now are in the process of going in. 2 of the rooms are done. There isn't really a way to convey the reality of it because the videos would have to be, you know, 24 hours long. You're always sacrificing on social activities. If you want to get stuff in the house done, it has to be prioritized, obviously. But you're always teetering on the edge of extreme stress when you're juggling that with all of the other life stuff. Obviously DIYing a lot of it saves an enormous amount of money, but you do pay in other ways, you know?
Yeah, like I basically come in from work and I take my suit trousers off and I put my Snickers on and then I just carry on my other job. But we save like a ton of money because it's so hard to get guys now at the moment as well. Like any work that's been done on this house, it's been us, or it's been favours from friends who are in that field.
I was definitely right in saying when we moved in that it was going to take years to get this house done because, yeah, so Tom's talked you through like the fireplace updates, but we still haven't sourced a mantle. Can't find any stone expert person with any free slots in the near future to come and like repoint the stone and clean it up. The floor for this room is being made on Friday of this week, which is really exciting, and then Thomas and his dad are gonna put it in, so again we don't have to like pay someone to do that. And we're after getting a paint collaboration job, and so that job may involve painting this room. The conservatory, we won't be renovating that for a long time. Like, all we did was obviously like paint the walls. Hate the paint color now.
I like it.
I hate it so much. Our next door neighbours are actually building like a little house in their back garden, and it's 2-storey, and it'll be looking over into our house, so we're gonna probably have to turn the ceiling part of our conservatory into like a solid roof so they kind of can't see in. Thomas's idea is to plant a load of trees, but I don't think there's space on that side of the conservatory.
I'll make the space.
Haven't touched the kitchen and won't be doing that for a very long time. Haven't touched any of the bathrooms. Again, that'll be a long time in the future. Hallway still looks like it did when we moved in, and we'll probably be doing that in parallel with this room, because the same wooden floor is going to be leading into the front hall and into this like long room. Essentially we'll be doing like the skirting board and painting and all that at the same time. So I'd say all that'll be done by Christmas. Yeah, the utility room has been put on the long finger until next year, because it's just there's a lot needs to be done in there. Very expensive work. We think we've already spent over 20 grand on stuff, and it feels like we've barely scratched the surface. I'm gonna go through.
We actually only spent 20 grand.
It's been more, but at least that. And I think in each video of each room, I'm gonna go through like the costs, because I know a lot of people don't really do that. And then as a viewer, you get a false sense of like how easy it was to do, both financially and just time-wise and everything.
Yeah.
But like I do love videos like that, because you do get ideas and stuff like that. But yeah, I just want to be really honest about the money side of things, because yeah, it's really expensive. Every little thing costs so much more than what we think it will.
And that's us doing it.
A lot of it ourselves.
The cheapest, quickest way possible, which is, yeah, doing it ourselves.
Look at
or
that,
getting
like
favors.
the coving just fell off up there and we've still not even put it back. The front garden is generally grand. We still haven't tackled the flower beds in the back garden. The guest bedroom is going to be a long time in the future as well. The hallway, I suppose, leading down to the bedrooms, we can probably also do that when we're doing the front hall, because the carpets are getting changed out. So then all we really need to do is to paint, because then we can hang pictures and stuff. You've probably noticed like we haven't hung Anton on the walls, because it just makes me want to scratch my eyes out, the thought of seeing like the house looking like crap, but then art hanging on the walls, and people come visiting and thinking, oh, so they've actually made this decision then, this is how they want it to look, and I just can't. So I'd rather it look completely unfinished.
Yeah, I tried hanging up photos one day because I was like, this will make the room look a bit nicer.
I was like, absolutely not.
Didn't last long.
The fact that this room is getting done really soon is even stressing me out, because all the electrics have to be done. We have to sell these units, like this table. The couch will be sold. That big unit that was left behind from the previous owners will be sold. But like, we're not going to be in a place probably to furnish this room within the next couple of months. A really important piece of advice that I was given, especially when it comes to renovating a house, is never dip into your emergency fund. And every family and every person should have an emergency fund, at least say 3 months of your wages. Technically it's different with me because I have a company account and I have enough money in there for my wages for a year or 2 years in advance, but I don't treat that as my money. I don't treat that as spending money. I treat that as like job security. So I'm always topping that up so that I know that, right, my job is secure for X amount of time into the future. But you know, we've all these expenses, and then obviously our mortgage and our car, and Thomas has his student loans. I'm learning how to drive. We have a kid, we have another kid on the way. Like, life is expensive, and for everyone, fuel costs are going up and just all of that stuff. And yeah, I think online, a lot of the people who you do see kind of buy an old house and do it up, and like a lot of them are, you know, proper millionaires, and they have loads of tradesmen just come in and it's all done in 6 months and it looks absolutely magical. And we're trying to just show perhaps a more realistic version of events. However, I would argue that even we are probably going to get it done quicker than some people might get it done, because, you know, there is the odd brand collaboration that's really helping out. And the way my husband's job is, he has days off at a time and I work from home, so the two of us kind of have a lot more hours to play with to actually do the work instead of hiring in people. So it's just not how it comes across in renovation TV shows. I want to eat dinner and go to bed, so I'm going to say goodnight. Thomas, do you want to say goodnight?
Good night from Handy Andy. Did anyone used to watch Changing Rooms?
Don't know what you're talking about. So, I have the office video up really soon. That's exciting. Something to show for all our hard work.
Yeah.
Battery's about to die. Good thing I'm done.
Fair winds.
Stop saying that.